all the tuples. If it is a group of all the tuples, then we say it is the full table. So for that group where it consists of all the tuples, it gives how many outputs? One output. Why? Because one group. Which group? A group consisting of all the tuples. So if a group consisting of all the tuples, one group is formed, then I will get one output. And if I divide my table into three groups, suppose I divide my table by some condition, I divide my table into three groups. So I will get how many output? When I apply the group functions, I will get three outputs. So per group, one output. Clear? This is the difference. Now, what are the functions? We already, maybe we have used some. Let me just say the 4 to 5 functions. We have average, avg. Wait, let me open SQL. Is it visible? It's visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now average. Now if I just write, suppose if I just write select. Acha, 1 minute. Let me also the functions. It's visible, isn't it? What document is also parallelly visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So AVG. Next we have count. One by one we will do all. We have max. We have mean. We have mean. We have sum. We have standard deviation. And we have variance. You know what happened? Mute yourself, everybody. So so these are the functions. Okay. Now SQL is case insensitive, isn't it? But the data that we put is case sensitive. You have to remember that. So how these functions work? If I only write select avg, just let me describe the table once. All of you have opened your SQL prompt. You should parallelly work with me, okay? What was the table name I had given? _8 most probably. So I have salary. So I'm just writing select AVG, and then I'm writing salary from. If I only write this, then what happens? It will give me the average salary. How many results did I get? One result. So here, who is the group? I have used a group function AVG, and who is the group? The group consists
The whole
of
employee table.
whole table. All the records of the table has formed a single group. Okay, but if I want to find out average salary per department, for each I have a department ID. Okay, so for each department I want to find out the average salary. How I will do that? See, how I will do that? If I want to find out, this was average salary as a whole. If I want to find out, if I want to form the group based on department ID, so what I will do, I will use a clause. What is the clause? The clause is group by. Okay, now how I will use group by? What is my query? My query is I want to find out the average salary for each department. So just let me select how many what records are there. So these are the records. How many? D1 is one of the department. D1. I have only added only D1 department. Let me add another department. All of you do this. Multiple departments should be there. Okay. Multiple values of departments. What were the jobs you added? Can anybody tell me some sales representative? What in which form you added?
ST clerk.
ST clerk, yes. ST clerk, and then I have another. What is that? Salary. Check constraint.
Capitalization, ma'am. SSS.
Which one?
SSS. Employee name should be capital first.
No, I have maybe some duplicate values I'm getting. Check. Oh, check was there, na? What check did I apply? I have to check again.
Initial caps.
Initial cap.
Ma'am, employee ID should be unique.
Employee ID. I have only E1, E2. No, this is check constraint. Okay. E2, D2, D2.
Employee name first letter should be.
First letter, initial cap, something like this was given,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, so this is done. Now what I will do, so how many types of departments are there? One is D1 category, another one is D2 category. Okay. Now, just 1 minute, just wait 1 minute. Let me add just one more department. It would be easy to understand. ST clerk, and let the salary be. Okay. Next, fine. Now I will write. So how many groups it will form? How many departments are there? 3 category of departments are there. One is D1, consisting of 2 records in my table. Your table might have some other values. D2 is another consisting of 1 record, and D3 is another consisting of 1 tuple. A single tuple consists of D3 departments. So,
ma'am,
we will have.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am, not enough values it is showing, ma'am. Why it is that?
Maybe you haven't added all the column values.
Okay, ma'am.
Just check.
Ma'am, I have same problem, but I have added all the values.
You must have forgotten the 4-number column maybe.
Just check all the values, maybe you have it. Or rather, you give the column names and then write. When insert into, then within a bracket, give all the column names, then write values, and then the values. Okay. Acha. What I was saying. So here I will form 3 groups. Okay, one for D1, one for D2, another one for D3. So how I will write, and we will find out average salary. So AVG salary is my objective. I want to find out AVG salary from, listen carefully, okay? I have some points here. From EMP _8 Suppose I write what I have to write in order to form the groups. I have to write group by. Okay, group by what? I want to form the group based on what? Based on department. So group by department, group by department ID. Department ID. Done. Group by department ID. And if I only write this, what happens? 3 groups, I said. Why 3 groups has been formed? Because 3 category of departments are there. So, but this is not clear, isn't it? Whose salary, whose average salary is this? So what we have to do? We have to add the department ID as well. So department ID, we have added it. Now we are, it's more clear. So D1 department, there were 2 tuples of D1 department. So among those 2 tuples, this is the average salary. Among those 2 employees, this is the average salary. D3 is another group. It can have multiple tuples or 1 tuple. And D2 is another group which can also have multiple tuples. Okay. Now, there are certain conditions here. Okay, 1 minute. There are certain sorry, there are certain conditions. What are the conditions? The conditions are, I can never add, listen carefully, I can never add a column, I can never add a column in the select clause if it is not present in the group by clause. What did I say? For example, I cannot add, I have a column called EMP ID. EMP ID. I won't be able to add this. Why? Just see, I'm getting an error, not a group by expression. The reason is I cannot add a column which is in the select clause, which is not present in the group by clause. Clear? Then what can I add? I could have added something like this. Just see. You might say, ma'am, salary column is not there in the group by clause, but still I have added it in the select clause. The reason is there is an exception. I can add a column which is not present in the group by clause if I associate that column with a group function. Clear? That means individually without a group function, like department ID do not have any group functions attached with it. So I can add it because it is present in the group by clause. And I can add salary, but since it is not present in the group by clause, I have attached a group function with that salary. If I can attach a group function with the column, then I can add that column in the select clause. Otherwise, not. What is the reason? The reason is if I add EMP ID, suppose I am adding EMP ID here, then what is the meaning? I have already formed groups, isn't it? D1 is a group. There are so per group I should get 1 output, but EMP ID there are suppose 5 employees of department ID D1. So there will be 5 tuples, 5 values associated with D1. So I won't be able to show them, isn't it? Hence, we cannot add a column which is not present in the group by clause. Clear? Now, another thing. So this is department ID, average salary. I could have add something else. Suppose I want max salary also. Max salary of each department. So this is the average salary, this is a max salary. I can rename them. Instead of average salary displaying in that order, I could have given an alias name. So let the alias name be average salary. All of you are listening?
Yes.
So this is the column. This is the column heading. Okay, I've changed. Now, what else I can do? I could have mean salary, all these things we can do. Max salary, mean salary, average salary. Now I will talk about count, but before that, what else I can do here? Suppose I want to, I want to order the results. It is already ordered, but still I can add here order by. So I can order by I'm writing, suppose order by max sal. Order by max salary.
Order and buy should be paste.
Order by max salary. Why it is in ascending order? Because I did not mention anything. By default, it is ascending. I could have, now the point to be noted, here, can I add a where clause? Yes, I can obviously add a where clause. Where I will add the where clause? After from, what is the syntax of adding where clause? Select this from table name where, isn't it? So after from emp_8, I will add a where clause. Now what can I add in the where clause? Suppose if I say that find out the average salary of each department and exclude anyone whose let me check the table. Exclude anyone whose manager ID is not known. Understood the question? Find out the average salary of each department. However, exclude anyone, exclude that tuple, that person whose manager is null or whose manager is not known. Not known means null. So I will exclude that row initially. I will not form groups. I will exclude that row, then I will form the groups. Here, so here I should write a where clause because I'm excluding a row, I'm removing, I'm filtering a row. So I will write a where clause before the group by function, before the group by clause. So I will write here where mgr id. How I will write is if it is not null, how I will write? What I will write?
Is
Tell
not
me. Is not null. Is not null. Now the thing is, see, here before you got a result, something else in the some result got, this is which one? D1. D1 had this was the average salary. Now D1 is having some other average salary. Okay, because a row got excluded. Maybe that row was from D1 department. Now, can I write, till this, is it clear? Now, can I write a group function? Suppose, can I write where, suppose I'm modifying the where clause. Before modifying, another important point, listen. What is the order of execution? In which order this query will execute? The order is first where clause will execute. Okay. First is from to always true because from which table I'm doing, that should be there. So first is from, and then where clause gets executed. So where whatever condition is there, based on that, the table, those records, whichever matches the condition, those records are fetched. So first is where clause. After where clause, next what we have, we should execute group by. So after the where clause is executed, next the group is formed, group by. Clear? After group by, which clause will get executed? The select one. So the select clause gets executed, it selects, and then at last it executes the order by clause. Is it clear? What did I say? First is, you will remember this order, okay? First is from, next is where, next is group by, next we have select, and then at last we execute the order by clause. Here, order by is always at last, and where and from is always by default. So from is there, it's a typical one. So don't, we can consider that where is the for execution, where is the first one. From means from is not execution. From is just finding out from which table. Where is an execution? Because we are reading the tuples, we are filtering something. So where is first? Next group by, next select, next at last we have order by. So where is first and order by is last. Here. Now, since the ordering is this, so we have to know something else. What is that? If you notice here, in the order by clause, let me just check once. Wait. I'm writing order by average salary. One minute. Just just 1 minute. It's not working. No.
Ma'am, it would be order by salary.
No, Tara, I wanted to say something else. 1 minute, just 1 minute. See, what I wanted to say, column alias names, I had shown you using double quotes, isn't it? But maybe there is another option of adding column alias names. So here I have added the column alias name using as. Here, double quotes also works. Maybe version to version they modify, isn't it? So maybe double quotes alias name for order by, it is not working here, so I have added as is also another method of adding column alias. So here, what alias I have given, just see, avg salary as avgg. So avg salary, instead of that heading, the new heading is avgg. Okay. Now what I did, I have ordered the I have ordered my output based on that average salary. But since average salary, I have given another column alias, I could also use, instead of ordering using average salary, I am ordering using the alias name. That also works here. That is the main point. The main point is I can also use a column alias name in the order by clause. Whatever column alias I have used in the select, I can use it. Now, Saket. Saket, you said that it will be order by salary. Order by salary. Salary is there. We are grouping. Salary is there. Salary column is there. No,
No,
salary
ma'am.
column is not there. It has, we are finding out average salary. So it is no more salary. It is grouped, so we only consider average salary. So we can, my objective was to order it by average salary, not salary. Clear? So I could have written order by average salary, or instead of writing average avg bracket salary, I have used an alias name for that average salary, and I have ordered it based on the alias name. Clear? Okay. So the point is, we can use an alias name in the order by clause, but we cannot use an alias name in the where clause. Just let me show you. Instead of, hey, where is the mouse go? Where, if I change the where condition, suppose instead of this, I'm writing where, suppose I'm writing, let me just write this, AVG, it will, you will check what happens. I'm writing AVG salary less than uh, less than 5,000. So I want to display all the average salary of the each department, but the condition is those average salary which has a value less than 5,000, I will display only those. I will not display any average salary which is greater than 5,000. This is my objective. So what I thought that I will write in the where clause where average salary is less than 5,000. That will work. That should work. But it will not work. Why it will not work? It will give an error. Why it is giving an error? Can anybody tell me? Wait, let me ask. 1 minute. Oh, acha, I have to stop. No, I don't have to stop. Abhishek Kumar, roll number 35. Can you tell me why it is giving an error? Any hints? Any? Can you think why we are getting the error? Abhishek Kumar, roll number 35. Are you there? Not there. Abhishek Kumar is not there. You are there. Fine. Now tell me, can you guess why we are getting an error? Did you see the error? This is the error. Group function is not allowed here. What I did? What is my query? My query is select department ID, average salary as AVGG, max salary from EMP_8, where average salary is less than 5,000, group by department ID, order by AVGG. So, why I am getting an error? Okay, let me go to someone else. No problem. Don't think. Don't feel shy. Raj Kamal Gupta, can you tell me? 37. Any idea? I said the answer. Actually, I said the answer just before some time. No?
Like the order of execution is the first.
Very
where
good. Order of the order of the
execution is first, where then group
okay.
by. So that
Then select.
then select, then order by.
So
So this average salary.
Group is not yet formed, isn't
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
When I very good. When I use where clause, when I'm executing where clause at first, so when where clause is being executed, average salary concept is not there. Because until and unless I form the group, I cannot use that average salary. So no group by function can be used in where clause. Very important point. No group function can be used in the where clause because it is the first clause which gets exited. So till grouping is not yet done. Clear? So I can never use, very important point, okay, I can never use a group by function in the where clause. Moreover, another point, instead of instead of average salary, can I write suppose I'm writing DPT_ID, I'm giving an alias name to that as department. And then in the order, in the where clause, I am writing condition I am giving is where at this time. The condition I am giving is where department ID, DPT_ID is not equal to D1. Can I give this? Can I give this condition? What did I give in where clause? I have given where department ID is not D1. Exclude those D1 department ID people and then you form the group. Can I do this? I have done this. Okay, so not equal to, this is the symbol. How did I do this? Department ID is a single column, and I have first excluded those D1 department, and then I formed the group to find out the average salary. So this is all right. But instead of this, if I had written department ID, I have given an alias name. What is the alias name? The alias name is department. If I write department, the alias name is not equal to D1. It should work, but it is not working. Invalid identifier, although I have given as. Just see. So what is the reason? 1 minute. I will again ask, what is the reason? Whom I will ask? Animesh Banerjee, roll number 87. Animesh Banerjee, are you there? Can you answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you answer why I am getting in? What did I do? What I have done now, Animesh, can you tell me what I was showing you? শোনোনি, এতক্ষণ শুনছিলে না কি বলছি? আমি তো অনেক কথা বলে গেলাম।
Yes, ma'am. শুনেছি।
কি বলছিলাম সেটা বলো। ইনভ্যালিড আইডেন্টিফায়ার ভুলে যাও। কি করছিলাম আমি?
ম্যাম অ্যাভারেজ স্যালারি গ্রেটার দ্যান লেস দ্যান 5000 মানে 500 ওটা দেখাচ্ছিলেন।
হ্যাঁ দেখাচ্ছিলাম। আর কি দেখাচ্ছি? এখন কি দেখাচ্ছি?
ম্যাম এখানে এখন গ্রুপ ডিপার্টমেন্ট তারপর গ্রুপ বাই ফর্ম কিভাবে কোন একটা মেনু অর্ডার চেঞ্জ করব এটা দেখালেন।
এই ডিপার্টমেন্ট আইডি এই what is this symbol? Just see. This symbol is what? You can see the cursor, মানে the mouse.
Yes, ma'am.
What is this symbol? এই সিম্বলটা এক্ষুনি বললাম, কি বলে এটাকে?
ম্যাম এটা
where কন্ডিশনটা কি লিখেছি সেটা বলো। What did I write in the where condition?
ম্যাম
Read it.
select
Read.
department.
Just where. Read the where part.
Where department not equal to D1.
Not equal to. So this symbol is not equal to, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now not equal to D1. Department বলে কোনো কলাম আছে? নেই তো? I have department underscore ID. Department is what? Department is an alias name. Okay, another name I have given to the column. It will be displayed in the output. Output and heading. ঠিক আছে? তাহলে আমি alias name দিয়ে কি করতে পারবো? পারবো না। ঠিক আছে, মিউট করো। I won't be able to use an alias name in the where clause. Why I won't be able to use an alias name in the where clause? Although I can use an alias name in order by. Order by te I can use an alias name, but I cannot use an alias name in the where clause because it's first executed. Alias name is not yet given because alias name is given when? In the select clause. Once I execute the select clause, then the question of giving alias name comes. So when I execute the where clause, I can never use an alias name to give the condition. Okay?
Ma'am. Ma'am, in my compiler, it is showing an error. It is showing that SQL command not properly ended when I'm using that not equal to.
Not equal to?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Same problem with me also.
So instead of this operator, can you use not equal to? Just check whether it's working or not. Or even if this doesn't work, then you will write, if this doesn't work, then you will write not equal to D1, and then here you will use a not. Is it working? Just check. Working?
No, ma'am. None of them are working.
Show me your code. Show me. What did you write?
And that department ID not equal to single quotes D1.
check whether equal to is working or not. Instead of not equal to, just write equal to.
So, ma'am, it is not working.
That means the problem is somewhere else. Problem is somewhere else. You have done a mistake somewhere else. Did you use alias name? Don't use an alias name in the where clause. Have you used alias name? Don't use alias name. Just
No,
write
ma'am.
command column name. Which column did you use?
Department ID. Department ID.
Department ID. And then here group by department ID. Order by
Yes, ma'am. Group my department ID. Order by AVGG.
ABGG was working. Your
Yes,
this
ma'am.
alias name was working.
Yes, ma'am.
Only after adding where clause it is not working.
No, ma'am. After that also it was working. Just that statement that not equal to.
So equal to is also not working. It instead you just check whether equal to is working or not, so that I can understand whether problem is somewhere else or not.
Okay, ma'am. I got what was the problem, ma'am.
What? What was the problem?
Ma'am, actually, I was using that manager ID is not is null, and beside that I was writing this same statement. That's why it was not working. I should have given and in between.
Okay. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Everybody has muted. Some noise is coming. Oh, শান্তনুদা একটু মিউট করে দেবেন?
হ্যাঁ করছি তো।
একটা সাউন্ড আসছে। হ্যাঁ। আচ্ছা। Next, so all has been written by you in your copy. It should be written, okay? Otherwise, you will forget everything, whatever I said. When I say run it as well as write it somewhere, okay? Acha, next point. Yes, next point is in the yes. Now the question is how can I do this query? What is my query? My query is I want to find out the average salary of each department, but I don't want to display those departments who has an average salary less than 5,000 or suppose less than 50,000. I want to find out the average salary of each department, but I don't want to display. I'm interested in those departments who has an average salary less than 50,000. I'm not interested in those departments. I am only concentrating on those departments who has an average salary greater than 50,000. So I require a condition. I cannot give that condition in where clause, because in the where clause I cannot use average salary less than this. I cannot use average salary because group by function cannot be used in the where clause. So what is the solution? In order to filter the groups, let me remove this condition. In order to filter the groups, so I'm using a filtering of the groups. Where clause is used for filtering of the rows, individual tuples. Filtering mane I will exclude some, I will include some. But here, in order to exclude some groups, mane I will not display all the groups, I will exclude groups based on a condition. I will use the having clause. But where I will use the having clause? Just after forming the group by, then I will use a having clause. So having clause is used for filtering groups. Once the groups is formed, now I will display some groups. I will not display some groups based on a condition. I will use a having clause. So having, I can write any condition here. What is my condition? Having AVG salary greater than 5,000, 50,000. Let me check. What happened? Only D3 and D1 had an AVG salary greater than 50,000. Okay. So those first the group. So now what is the execution order? First where clause, next grouping, next having clause, next select clause, next order by clause. Okay. Okay. So first the where clause, then the group is formed. After the group is formed, the which group is to be displayed is selected based on the condition in the having clause. Next, it finds out how many columns it has to display, whether it has to display all the columns or what columns. Then it gives the alias name to the columns, and then ultimately it orders it and then displays. Clear? Okay. Next. Another point. So in the having clause, you can use any condition. You can use join also. Suppose here and join means I'm joining two condition using and. So I can use and I can write where department ID, some condition, some other condition. Suppose department ID is not equal to E1. So this is, I have joined two conditions in the having clause. Any number of conditions can be placed in the having clause. Clear? Okay. Where and having both can stay. So I could have updated my query and I could have given another where clause here. So where MGR ID is not null, then group by, then having, then the other things. Clear? So first statement, first where manager ID is not null, those tuples will be selected. Next, the group will be formed. Next, the group will be filtered based on some conditions. Then select, then order by. Clear? Now, okay. Now let us come to count. Suppose I want to, so a count is another function I said. So mean, all of you can understand, if I instead of average salary, I could have used max salary, mean salary. I could have found the sum salary also, maybe each department's sum salary. That means each department, first it will form the group and then it will find out the sum salary. Okay. What about count? Count has three options. Okay. What is the meaning of count? First, let me tell you. Suppose I can write, let me show you in the Word document. The count one, I could written count star. If I only write select count star, then what will happen? It will count the number of rows in a table, including duplicates as well as null. And if null is there in your rows and duplicates are also there, it will count everything. Okay, and it will say how many tuples are there in your table. Here, count star. Now, instead of that, if I write count an expression, suppose I write count commission. Suppose I write, I have a column called commission. If I write select count commission. So count commission, what it will do? It will find out how many tuples are there in the commission column excluding null. মানে null যদি থাকে, it will not count that. Clear? So it will count how many tuples are there in the, how many persons earn a commission. In other words, if I say in terms of SQL, in terms of query, I will say it will find out how many persons earn a commission. So null is excluded, so how many person earns a commission. Okay, next. If I write count department ID, so how many departments are there? Excluding null. Maybe there is one tuple where no department is there, has been assigned. So it will exclude that. So it will count how many departments are there. Now, if there are duplicate departments, suppose a department ID is not, is a foreign key, isn't it, here in this table? So it can have duplicates. So if it has duplicate departments, it will also count the duplicate ones. So in order to only count the unique departments present in your table, so what you will write, select distinct. This one. Okay, so distinct department ID will give you the number of, sorry, don't give a distinct is not a function, it's a keyword. Select distinct department ID from employees. Let me just show it here. Select, if I write select count star from EMP 8, four tuples I have inserted. If I write count or including duplicates, now if I write select 3, because 2 D1 value was there, isn't it? 2 departments were D1. Hence, now it is giving 3. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, you will what? I will give you some problems on group by. Okay, do it very fast, because now I will, after you complete, we will shift to subquery and join. Wait, let me find out the questions. Just right. Okay, give me just 2 minutes. Let me take the photo of this so that I can send you the questions. students, I have given, I'm attaching it to the Google Classroom, okay, the question. Wait, undo.
দুটো নাকি ডাউন হয়ে গেছে কানেকশন নাকি?
এক সেকেন্ড, আমি ওই অ্যাটাচ করছি অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটা ওদের।
আচ্ছা
I have seen, I have attached it. Solve it fast. Did you all get?
Yes, ma'am.
In that, the result answers are also given, but it will not match with your data. Okay, so only take the questions and solve it. শান্তনুদা বা অমলদা একটু অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স নিয়ে নেবে।
আচ্ছা আমি নিয়ে নিচ্ছি, ঠিক আছে?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
আচ্ছা দুটো গ্রুপে একসাথে তো, তাই তো?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, দুটো গ্রুপ।
হ্যাঁ দুটো গ্রুপ। ওকে, অ্যান্সার টু রোল কল। রোল নাম্বার 1, 2,
Yes, sir.
3,
Yes, sir. All 3.
5,
Yes, sir. Roll 5.
6,
Yes, sir.
7,
Yes, sir. 7.
9,
Yes, sir.
10, roll number 10, 11,
স্যার রোল 1 প্রেজেন্ট স্যার।
কোথায় ছিলি এতক্ষণ?
স্যার মাইকটা কাজ করছে না। হ্যাঁ
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, 11, roll number 11, 12,
Yes, sir.
कौन सा है? रोल नंबर 12। तुम्हारा रोल नंबर बोलो फिर से।
Yes, sir.
12,
12, sir.
12.
12. 12.
13,
यस सर।
17,
Yes, sir. 17.
19,
Yes, sir.
20,
Yes, sir.
21, 22, 22,
हेलो सर हेलो
হ্যাঁ
हेलो हाँ सर
প্রেজেন্টটা
22
বল।
सर हेलो
হ্যাঁ শুনেছি 22, 23, 23, 24,
Yes, sir. 24.
25, 26, 28,
Yes, sir.
which roll number 28,
Yes, sir.
29,
29 present sir
30,
Yes, sir. 30 present.
31, 32,
Yes, sir. 32 present.
33,
Present, sir. 33.
34, 35,
Present, sir.
35
Present, sir.
আর রোল নাম্বারটা কিতনা রোল নাম্বার 35
Yes, sir. 35.
ওকে 36 36 37
Present, sir.
39
Yes, sir. 39.
41
Sir, 41 present, sir.
42
present sir
43
Present, sir.
44
Present,
44
sir. Present, sir. 44.
46 I can't hear you
present sir
49
Present, sir. 49.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে 50 51
Present, sir.
52
Present, sir.
55
present sir
56
Present, sir.
57
hello
57
yes sir present sir
58 58 59
Present, sir. 59.
60
Present, sir.
61
Present, sir.
62
Present, sir.
63 63 64 64 65
Present, sir.
66
Present, sir.
67
Present, sir. 67.
71
Present, sir. 71.
72
Present, sir.
72
Present.
okay 73
Present, sir.
74
Present, sir.
75
present sir
76
Present, sir.
77
Present, sir.
78
present sir
79 79 80
Yes, sir.
81
Yes, sir.
82
yes sir
83
Present, sir.
84
Present, sir.
85
Present, sir.
85
Present, sir.
86
Yes, sir.
87
Yes, sir.
okay
Sir, roll 12.
huh
Roll 12.
Roll 2 at present.
স্যার
I'm
রোল
just
56 প্রেজেন্ট করেছিলাম।
Yes,
Just
sir,
a-
Anurag Kumar.
I am telling you the absent student roll number only. Roll number 10 and 11 absent. Then roll number 21 absent. Then 23. Then 25 and 26. Then 31. Then 34. Then 36. And in group 2, 58, 63, 64, then 79. Okay, so these are the absent students. ঋতুপর্ণা রোল কলটা হয়ে গেছে, ঠিক আছে?
You are doing? You all are doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Do it first.
আজকে গ্রুপ 1 এর অনেক স্টুডেন্ট অ্যাবসেন্ট আছে, ঋতুপর্ণা।
হ্যাঁ,
বলছি গ্রুপ 1 এর অনেকগুলো স্টুডেন্ট অ্যাবসেন্ট আছে।
গ্রুপ 1 এর, আচ্ছা।
গ্রুপ 2 এর 4 জন, আর গ্রুপ 1 এ অনেকগুলো। ঠিক আছে, আমি তোমাকে পাঠিয়ে দেবো।
ম্যাম
বলছে কি শান্তনুদা, অমলদা, আর সমাজিত আছে কিনা কে জানি না।
হ্যাঁ বলো বলো।
বলছি খাতাগুলো একটু, এরা যে খাতাগুলো ডে 1 ডে 2 তো পাঠিয়ে দিয়েছে,
হ্যাঁ
ওগুলো একটু চেক করে দিতে হবে। মানে তোমরা ভাগ করে নাও।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ চেক করে নেবো, চেক করে নেবো।
হ্যাঁ মানে কোয়েরিজ গুলো করেছে না, ওই কোয়েশ্চেন গুলো গুগল ক্লাসরুমে দেওয়া আছে।
ওকে,
তো কোয়েরি গুলো কিভাবে করেছে কি না করেছে একটু চেক করে, বা অনেকে হয়তো করেই নি, সেগুলো স্ট্যাটাসটা আপডেট করে।
ঠিক আছে ওকে।
হ্যাঁ কি বলছিলে আয়ুষ দাস?
হ্যালো
আয়ুষ।
ম্যাম ম্যাম বলছি ম্যাম, মানে হাউ টু লেবেল দ্য কলামস ম্যাম?
অ্যাজ দিয়ে করো, মানে কলাম নেমটা লিখবে, তারপরে অ্যাজ লিখবে, তারপরে তোমার দেবে যেটা দিতে চাইছো।
Ma'am, here is saying place your SQL statement text file name. Ma'am, do we have to do this?
In a script?
Yes, ma'am. Text file name lab 5.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ সেটা করতে পারো, এডিটরে লিখবে। হ্যাঁ এডিটরে লিখে সেভ করে দেখিয়েছিলাম আমি তোমাদেরকে।
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম,
এডিটরে লিখে সেভ করবে, সেভ করার পরে ওটাকে @ করে রান করা।
ওকে ম্যাম।